Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Gyan Bhakti channel from Swami Nikhilananda. My humble prostrations to the all-pervading Brahman, to my worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayanandaji Maharaj, to Ram Parivar, all sages and saints, and to each of you, divine soul, watching today's satsang. We are currently studying the holy scripture, Mysticism of Ramayana. Commentary is by my Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayanandaji Maharaj, narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. So let's get started. We are currently studying the curse of sage Narada and how the Ramayana story began. All of Narada's dreams and glory and greatness were shattered to pieces when he saw on Vishnu's body his hideous monkey face. His mind became so filled with wrath that he turned to Shiva's attendants and pronounced a curse. He says, "You wretched souls, you who have laughed at my distress, may you incarnate as demons and suffer untold miseries at the hands of monkeys." At that very moment, Narada saw Lord Vishnu and the princess driving by a celestial chariot. Lord Vishnu stopped before the sage and asked, "O sage, why are you so troubled? May I be of some help to you?" At this, Narada became doubly incensed and said, "You, Lord Hari Vishnu, since you have no one greater than yourself who can constrain you, you continue to play tricks on your devotees and delight at their misery." So, such was the state of Narada's passion. "Today I am going to teach you a lesson. I am pronouncing a curse on you," Narada said. "May you incarnate as a human being, and may you pine for the princess for whom you gave me a monkey face. And further, because of my monkey face, it is the monkeys who will be your friends in this miserable predicament." Lord Vishnu accepted the curse of Narada, and because of his immense compassion for the sage, he removed the force of Maya that had deluded the mind of Narada. The moment the veil of Maya was lifted from Narada's vision, Narada saw that there was nobody there, neither that princess, nor that city, nor the king. He realized that the princess had been none other than goddess Lakshmi, and the entire setup had just been an illusion created in before his mind in order to help him. So this is the compassion that God has for us. Even though we may not know what's good for us, we think we know, but in reality we don't. Only God knows what's best for us. Lord Vishnu had nothing but compassion for Narada. And what did Narada do in his influence of Maya? He cursed his Lord Vishnu. Then Narada trembled with fear, fell at the feet of Lord Vishnu, pleading, "O Lord, render my curse upon you void. Please do not let your Maya delude my mind again. I seek refuge in you." So I want us to understand the role of Prakriti or Maya Shakti. This is not to be taken lightly. When sages like Narada and advanced personalities, spiritual personalities, they come under its influence, what to speak of mortals like you and I? So therefore we have to constantly navigate this path and make sure that we stick to God. Lord Vishnu then lifted up the sage and comforted him. He told Sri Narada that he should not grieve, that the stream of devotion will ever flow on in his heart, and that he will not be overpowered by Maya anymore. However, Lord Vishnu added, "Your curse will not be rendered void. I will incarnate on the earth for the destruction of demons and play the role of a human being, for such is my divine plan." After receiving this blessing, Narada flew off towards the heavenly realms, but on his way he was intercepted by the two Shivganas whom he had cursed while gripped by anger. They begged to have the curse withdrawn, but this was not possible. So Narada minimized the curse, saying, "You will become demons, but not ordinary demons. You will be endowed with immense power and prosperity and glory. You will conquer the whole world, and Lord Vishnu will manifest on the earth to fight with you. Finally, Lord Vishnu will kill you both, and then you will attain liberation and become one with Lord Vishnu." Hearing this, the Shiva Ganas then adored the feet of Narada and departed to their world. In course of time, those Ganas incarnated in the form of great demons Ravana and Kumbhakarna, and Lord Vishnu reincarnated on this earth in order to destroy them and fulfill a divine plan. So let's understand the deeper meaning. By relating this wonderful story of Narada and his monkey face, Saint Tulsidas ji gives us a mythological reason for the incarnation of Brahman in the form of Lord Rama. But at the same time, he teaches many other spiritual lessons in a subtle way. This parable reminds the aspirant that it is very difficult to eradicate egoistic impurities. Generally, one impurity is overcome and then another one comes to take its place. Like Narada, one may overcome lust and then as a result he develops pride about how pure and virtuous he is. An aspirant should not develop pride on the basis of any spiritual attainment. Spiritual pride is more subtle and terrible than pride based on material attainments. And if it is allowed to grow in one's personality, it will bring about a terrible downfall. Therefore, humility and compassion are of supreme importance on this path. One may practice all types of austerity and intellectually grasp the most profound philosophical truths of Vedanta, but if he has not brought about the perfect integration of his personality through the practice of integral yoga, then although one part of his personality may be divine, another part may lie unchanged like Narada's face of a monkey. On the spiritual path, one should seek the internal transformation of his entire personality and not mere outer change. In the practice of integral yoga, Tulsidas ji places great importance on the promotion of bhakti or devotion for the removal of impurities. Profound love for God is like the Ganges water, Ganga river. It flows into one's unconscious and washes away pride, passion, hate, and other impurities with ease and eventually dissolves away the very ego itself. Liberation is the goddess of prosperity. Lakshmi Devi, who cannot be won by an aspirant if he does not allow such a total transformation to occur within himself. So, the underlying message is we have to be genuine, sincere, and continue with faith and dedication. As long as there is a monkey face, the goddess of liberation will turn her face away. Lakshmi Devi will only come to us when our whole personality is integrated. This story also illustrates how the divine plan operates in a mysterious manner to help an aspirant evolve. An aspirant may ask God for something according to his understanding, but the divinity will grant him only what he needs for his spiritual evolution, what is good for him. In this way, God is like a doctor. A good doctor does not do what his patient asks him to do if it will harm the patient. He does only what the patient needs to become strong and healthy. That is how God operates also. Similarly, even when the desires of an aspirant are frustrated, behind this frustration there lies the loving hand of God, ever intent upon leading him from darkness to light. So we will continue this journey in tomorrow's satsang. I hope you're enjoying these mystical meanings and these wonderful episodes. Ramayana is full of bhakti, devotion, dedication, and wisdom, jnana. So every aspect of yoga is covered and very well integrated. This is Swami Nikhilananda, and we'll continue this journey in tomorrow's satsang. Om Tat Sat.